Guten Tag, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Thank you so much for joining us today. It is our big Take the Points edition of the show as Lucas Vaughan, back after his Christmas holiday. Did you go down to Fiji this year for Christmas?
The Cayman Islands
and then the Caymans?
Yeah.
Well, nice. Does Santa Claus show up in the tropics?
Yeah, we just took our catamaran and we cruised around down there.
Well,
hit different spots. It was nice.
That's nice. Venezuela is so nice during the December.
Actually, I'm just not a fan of the mainland, though. I really prefer the islands. The uninhabited ones are nice. It's really nice.
Well, that's so cool that you're able to do that. Yeah. Welcome back to the mainland. Yeah. We're so glad to have you back. Thank you all for tuning in here to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV, our Take the Points edition. This is when we talk sports. We had all kinds of stuff to talk about last week. We're going to talk a little bit about that and all kinds of stuff to talk about this week. It's the NFL playoffs. You ready?
Yes, I am. I'm sad that break the season's over. I'm a big NFL guy, but these are nice. There's no opting out in these.
We'll get to it in just a second.
All right, let's just start now.
No.
Okay.
I've got a little bit to talk about, but there was breaking. All right.
There's been a lot of breaking news.
All right. I'll call it right now. We're shooting this on Wednesday afternoon. So sorry if you're watching this Friday morning. These aren't going to be nearly as fresh to you as they are to us. But there's plenty of breaking news today on this Wednesday. But it's Friday morning. Thank you so much. What's going on? Let's tell you about some items and things going on in and around your area today. Only one thing I could find on Friday, January 12th. Of course,
it's inside.
It is inside. It's going to be chilly, isn't it?
It's going to be raining the entire day on Friday.
Is it going to be raining all
From the time you get up in the morning until, it's going to be a very unpleasant day.
Well, I'll tell you.
At least it's not an outside cookout or something.
That's as long as it stays under or over freezing. Over freezing.
Through the day will be fine. By that nighttime,
I got to drive home from Louisville tonight, man. Friday night.
It's not too far. Louisville isn't too bad.
I drove home from T-Town on Tuesday night.
That's worse.
That was unpleasant.
Yeah.
The first half an hour of which was not a very fun half an hour, but I hit Clay City and everything kind of cleared up. So I thank you so much for all your concern about me, people. I appreciate that. But Friday, as up at 1:30 at the Cornerstone Church up in Effingham. You know where that is, 3600 South Banker Street. That's right on the south edge of town, coming into town. It is a community blood drive at the Cornerstone Church. This is a Red Cross blood drive, so go to redcrossblood.org. That's redcrossblood.org and make yourself an appointment. This blood drive will be there featured prominently, and you'll be able to make an easy appointment, get in and out, do the wonderful things, do your history, and it speeds things up immensely. What else going on Saturday? A few things going on Saturday the 13th, but actually I think you're right, Lucas. I think a lot of people realize that this is the garbage weather kind of time of year.
And this Saturday is really when it starts getting colder on us.
Saturday is going to be terrifically cold. Yeah. Saturday, I think all these things are indoors as well. And
it is the middle of January, so I assume so.
People ought to be, they ought to be thinking about that as they're making their plans. At 5 p.m. tonight at the Flora Moose Lodge is a nice benefit. It's for Emma Keeling. Saturday tomorrow at 5, be a dine-in or carry-out meal as well as a live auction. If you'd like to donate or to help out, give a call to Norma at 562-8045. This again at the Flora Moose Lodge. Emma is on the Flora basketball team, the high school basketball team. She's been dealing with some neurological issues and coming from, I think she suffered a fall while she was playing or something. I'm not certain exactly, but she's had to deal with that, and this is a nice way to help those folks out. Also, on Saturday, the Jeff Worden are having their monthly breakfast. That's fun. 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. They It'll be at the where is it? I guess the Jeff Rurton building. Cost is by donation. Menu consists of sausage, biscuits and sausage gravy, as well as hash browns, scrambled eggs, pancakes, and drinks. Are you sending
Hey, you doing your job.
Yeah, I know. Your mother's asking, and she got a notification. Hi, Angie, how you doing? What else is going on Saturday? My Fair Murder, a big old murder mystery going to take place. That's at the Tuscan Hills Winery, so it's one of those mystery dinners. That's always a good time. My Fair Murder, a captivating evening of entertainment awaits you with the dinner theater. My Fair Mystery. Must have something to do with Eliza Doolittle or something. Your ticket includes hours of talent, superb suspense, and improvisation, plus a plated meal brought to your table at the Thelma Keller Convention Center. Let me rephrase that. I guess it's put on by the Tuscan Hills Winery, but I think it's at the Tuscan Hills Winery, but the meal is from the Thelma Keller Convention Center. Murder mysteries are the perfect combination of scripted material and improvisation. Eat between clues as you become a private detective. The shows can vary widely, especially if the audience is particularly creative, and fun extras will be included as well. If you guess who done it, you can win a bottle of wine. That's always good, clean fun. Tickets must be purchased in advance, so go ahead and give them a call today at the Tuscan Hills Winery. They'll probably be able to help you out. Dinner begins promptly at 7 p.m. What's on the dinner menu? Well, tossed salad with a choice of dressing, pork loin with demi-glace. How about that? They spelled it wrong. As well as garlic whipped potatoes, green bean almondine, and coffee, tea, and water with your choice of dessert. You want to hear here now? Now let's get you
right,
back involved.
We talk desserts. Now we're back.
Choice of dessert: Black Forest cake.
Okay.
Choose one. Strawberry layer cake.
Probably not.
Italian lemon cream cake.
I'd probably go with the first one, Black Forest.
Or if you want to choose the vegan,
I do not.
New York style cheesecake with berries.
And I do love that. You can leave the berries off, but I love New York style cheesecake.
How about gluten free?
Sure.
Chocolate lava cake. So of the five, you get five choices.
So somehow they left the gluten out of chocolate lava cake.
I have no idea how they left the gluten out. Yeah. Maybe they're using gluten-free
I'll probably do
flour.
that Black Forest one.
All right, Black Forest. Well, you see, now there you go. All you got to do is go buy a ticket.
I might probably have Blair get the chocolate lava cake, though. I'll try that one, too.
I like your thinking, yeah. Make sure you get all bases covered. Guests are encouraged, of course, to create tables of 6 to 8, or as duos will be grouped together to maximize the seating. Multiple guests can purchase their tickets separately, blah, blah, blah. What else is going on this weekend, ladies and gentlemen? January 12th annually is National Marzipan Day. Join the millions of people across the nation on January 12th as they participate in the annual National Marzipan Day. The celebration kicks off with creatively formed confections that delight the eye as well as the mouth. Marzipan is a confection made primarily of sugar or honey and ground almonds. If you don't know, that's what marzipan looks like.
I don't know, actually. This one's new to me.
That's actually what it looks like whenever they put it all
I don't know that I've ever eaten that before.
Oh, you probably have, but I'm not sure. How is marzipan made? Well, confectioners begin by cleaning raw almonds through various methods, and they immerse the almonds in water, simmering just below the boiling point. This step loosens the skins for easy removal. The final steps include cooking and grinding into almond flour mixed with sugar for additional sweetness and binding. Confectioners add corn syrup or another binder before molding. I wonder have you ever tried almond milk? I wonder if you can
almond milk.
If you can skip steps, yeah.
Yeah, I've had the sweetened and the non-sweetened. I've tried each of those. Grayson's a little lactose intolerant.
So I just started drinking almond milk. I have a bottle in carton in my refrigerator right now.
Sweetened or unsweetened?
Unsweetened.
Yeah, It's not great. But, I mean.
Well, I was wondering, see, I usually only drink milk with cereal, and I haven't thrown it in cereal yet. So
cereal, do you have a sweet cereal?
It's honey almond, and honey oats and almond.
You'll be fine.
Honey crunch, honey oat crunch.
That's good stuff.
With almonds. That is good stuff. And I don't eat much cereal, but after I got hurt and surgery, I started eating cereal. It's pretty good. But, yeah, so I was wondering about almond milk. I didn't know.
It's a drink, but we've had it.
See, I made the mistake the first time I bought almond milk. I bought almond milk with vanilla, and it's 80 calories a serving, while the unsweetened's 30. So I'm assuming that I'm going to really like the almond milk with vanilla.
Yeah. You're going to drink this unsweetened regular almond milk and go, wow, okay.
Wow, that's a difference. What else is going on today? Ladies and gentlemen, now here's something.
I've never done a true good curry either.
Well, I have had people try for me. I won't eat it again. I do not like curry in anything. Each year on January 12th, curried chicken lovers enthusiastically celebrate National Curried Chicken Day. They fill their dishes with a variety of flavorful spices and serve them to friends and family. When making a true curried chicken, Lucas, don't reach for the curry powder. Instead, stew the chicken in a sauce made from clarified butter or ghee, onions, garlic, and a medley of spices such as cumin, coriander, cinnamon, ginger, and turmeric. And other ingredients may include chilies and tomatoes. Curries came into favor as an excellent way of using up cold meat. Sounds like they invented curry to cover up bad meat.
Yeah, bunches of spices and seasonings for lesser quality meat.
I have had curry, and I hate to be the jerk here, but I will be. I've had curry. I can remember the last 2 times I had curry. First time, I was 8 years old. I remember, this is 49 years ago.
That really made an impression.
It made an impression. 49 years ago, I'm on vacation. We go to Anaheim. We're going to go to Disneyland the next day. And we go to a cousin's house, and they feed us curried chicken, which was very kind, very thoughtful. I don't think any of them are still with us, is why I can talk like this.
And they're definitely not watching. They were.
They're not watching. Larry, I loved you. But it was horrible. Just horrifying. So it stuck with me for 30 years, right? And I go visit my brother in Denver, and just 25 years ago.
Was he not with you on that Anaheim trip?
Oh, he was.
He doesn't remember that?
He likes curry. He took me to an Indian restaurant. We had curried chicken. Oh. Not only was it bad then, it was bad for several hours after. Let me put it that way.
In other words, we know your opinion on curry.
We are not, at the Dickey household, we are not celebrating National Curried Chicken Day. What else is going on today? Oh, that's a good, clean photo. Let's show you the other picture. See, now that just doesn't look good. See, I don't like orange anyway, so orange food. I like orange everything else, but not my food. What else is today? Speaking of orange, it's National Kiss a Ginger Day.
I hope my brother's watching.
Everyone is encouraged to find their favorite redhead and give them a pack on Kiss a Ginger Day. Created to support a more positive spin than its counterpart, Kiss a Ginger Day. I don't know what its counterpart was.
Yeah,
it must be Kick a Ginger Day. I don't know what the counterpart is. The red hair gene is recessive and requires 2 copies for it to present itself. Even then, no guarantees it will. If both parents have the gene, there's a 1 in 4 chance they will have a red-headed child. Most natural-born redheads have brown eyes followed by green or hazel. Coming in at 1% of the world's population, the blue-eyed ginger is the rarest.
Oh, the old blue-eyed ginger.
The old blue-eyed ginger. I know a couple of friends. I've got a couple of friends who are gingers, and I'm trying to think if one of them has green eyes, and I think the other one has brown.
Did it say green eyes was a...
It's not as rare as blue.
Okay, so blue is the rare one.
Blue is the rarest. How to observe National Kiss a Ginger Day? Well, of course you kiss a ginger. However, it does go without saying, but I'll say it anyway. If you don't have permission to kiss a ginger, do not. And while you're at it, spread a little kindness. Use Kiss a Ginger Day, maybe on social media. What's the history? Derek Forgy founded Kiss a Ginger Day back back in 15 years ago as an alternative, positive celebration of redheads' uniqueness, as opposed to another day that could often accelerate into bullying. I don't know what the original day was that became a bullying event. Kick a Ginger Day?
Yeah, I mean, that one makes the most sense and really goes with it, but...
It does go.
I mean, I don't feel like you can promote a day about kicking people, especially the disabled that are ginger. Is that allowed?
Maybe there's I'm just going to move on. I was trying to think there might be a way you could combine this and create a day for Kiss a Disabled Ginger.
We should move on.
We really should move on. What do you want to see on TV?
Find that blue-eyed one, though. That blue-eyed ginger.
You kiss all the disabled gingers that kick the blue-eyed one.
No good.
What do you want to see on TV, folks? High school sports tonight. It is Altamont at North Clay. That'll be a fun one. I'll be at that one, and that's on Channel 100. Also, Breeze Central heads to Salem. Should be a dandy there as well. NBA basketball, 4 games tonight. Golden State on TV anyway. But Golden State's in Chicago. That's on NBC Sports Chicago, Channel 643. The Pacers at the Hawks on Bally. You like watching the Pacers?
If they'd score some.
Yeah, it's too bad.
Halliburton's out right now, though.
Too bad they play voodoo basketball, huh? Also a doubleheader on ESPN. The Kings at the Sixers at 6:30, followed by the Pelicans at the Nuggets. The champs against the Pelicans. College basketball, tripleheader on Fox Sports 1. Minnesota is at Indiana. That's at 5:30. How you like the Gophers and the Hoosiers? Both of them. I'll show the standings. It's fun.
What about Nebraska?
They're both at the bottom.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, I love Nebraska. Actually Nebraska's fun to watch.
They're 13-3. I didn't realize there was. Now they're off. Their schedules was no good, but still.
But that's a fun team to watch. Let's see, Minnesota at Indiana, followed by DePaul at Villanova, followed by Boise State at Nevada. Also, Dayton is at Duquesne. That's on ESPN2. Wright State is at Youngstown State, also on ESPN2. It's 8 o'clock, and finally at 8:30, as you said, the Big Ten Network. This is a good night on the Big Ten Network. At 6 o'clock, they've got Iowa and Nebraska wrestling, followed at 8 o'clock by Nebraska at Iowa basketball. That's a good night.
They should have had it all in the same, both
location.
Both at Iowa.
They don't have a building big enough.
All right.
They don't have a building big enough for both of them.
That'd really bring a crowd in there.
Well, you get 10,000 people go to an Iowa wrestling match for crying out loud. But the basketball probably will not draw as many as the Iowa wrestling. Nebraska draws too. They're nuts over there. Well, that's what's on TV. You're watching Big Talk. We're gonna come back, talk NFL and all kinds of stuff here. It's me and Lucas back after this.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LeMansOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Chapman's Furniture has the best prices every day. You can find them open Monday through Saturday from 9 to 5 and located at 210, 300, and 306 West Main Street in Salem. Chapman's features a full line of furniture, including Ashley Furniture, bedding by Sealy and Bimco, and the largest selection of rugs in Southern Illinois. They have a huge selection of recliners, including lift and power, and wallpaper and border in stock at closeout prices. Call 618-548-2221 for the best price around.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop.
It is all things new at Zimdar's Heating, Air Conditioning, and Appliance Repair. We have a new line of heating and cooling equipment and new technicians. Our new equipment line offers 24 months free financing and excellent warranty coverage. Our experienced service technicians can provide you with quality service and repairs on all brands of HVAC equipment. Zimdar's has been serving Clay County and the surrounding areas for over 23 years. The employees of Zimdar's are here to help, so call local and call Zimdar's.
Hey folks, welcome back. Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash and Catch TV. Thank you so much for tuning in. Lucas Vaughan is here. My name is Bruce Dickey, and we are talking football. Let's first talk a little bit about the college championship. Finished up on Monday night. Based upon our wagering, it was a surprising finish for us.
Yes.
Yes and no.
Yeah, I tell you what, though. Washington had a chance in that game. It's 17-10 at halftime, and they get the ball coming out.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, the very first play of that second half was an interception, and they just never really got it rolling after that again.
They had the interception then they had the interception when they were down 14 to basically kill the game. And I tell you, I can admit my mistakes. I underestimated, I shouldn't have, but the value and the quality of Michigan's defensive line. That was maybe the most potent defensive lines in years.
Yeah, I thought they played good. That being said, I think Penix missed some throws that he normally hits. I didn't think he played real great, but maybe that had a lot to do with what Michigan was doing. So,
well, and then you have the defensive backs that are also really good, and that might also had a little bit to do. But anyway, I'll show it real quick here because I don't want to show it real quick. Oh, there, look at that green all the way across the top. You and I both had Washington over there on the right-hand side. And I had Penix over 296. He was at 250 or something like that. So I missed on that one. You got the Corum 2 touchdowns, so that worked out all right. We'll get to the pros and our picks later. How about the NFL? Oh, one other thing in college football.
Oh, yeah. Kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal. Just announced Wednesday afternoon, Nick Saban is retiring from Alabama. Basically, you got to call him. If he ain't the best football, he's certainly the best current college football coach. If he ain't the best college football coach of all time, he is in the top 2 or 3.
He's proven it year after year after year after year. I mean, he recruits. He obviously is a good coach. That he's always got a team on the field.
He's always prepared.
Yeah, always ready to go. So.
I guess I must tell you, if I were a Michigan fan, I would feel very, very proud to have put Nick Saban out.
You can always hang your hat on that one.
You can always hang your hat on that. I'm a Illini fan. I'm still proud that we were the Illinois. Well, Illinois didn't win the game. Should have. But Bear Bryant's last game.
Oh, yeah.
Bear Bryant retired immediately after that and died a month later or something like that. The poor guy.
Probably had nothing to do with Illinois.
Hopefully that part had nothing to do with Illinois. The retirement, I'm sure, did. And also, just I will admit, just for selfish reasons, last year Illinois had in 2022 season had 3 coaches get fired after Illinois beat them. That's beautiful.
Yeah. If you lose in Illinois, you decide to be fired.
You just got to get fired.
How old roughly is Saban? Did you ever read?
72.
Okay, that's enough.
71, 72 years. 71. He was class in 1970, or he played football at Kent State back in the early 1970s.
Okay.
So it makes him
Roughly 50 years ago.
Yeah,
a little
50
over 50 years ago.
But yeah, what a career! What a career! I'm certain a lot of people will have a lot to say about Nick Saban. Pro football wild card weekend, NFL wild card weekend. This is good, clean fun.
Yeah,
is this your favorite? Is this your favorite time of year? You like this better? I love bowl weeks and bowl weekends. You love the NFL.
Bowl weekends are disappointing to me anymore because of all the opt-outs and people just don't seem to care. Right now in the NFL, everybody cares.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to be there, and you don't win, you're done. So, no, I like this.
Yeah. Well, I forgot to show people my new thing on the wall here. I'm kind of hiding it. Yeah.
Oh, the Peach Bowl one. Nice. I meant to hang that up somewhere they can see. You're always going to be in the way of it.
It's close to my heart, Lucas. It's
your heart's huge. You can put it anywhere. Your heart's huge, man.
It's getting bigger all the time, I'll tell you. NFL weekend. It came out this week. Before we start on the games, a little news over the week. You had Pete Carroll get fired, surprisingly. You had Mike Vrabel get fired, kind of surprisingly. You had the Bears keep Mr. Eberflus.
Yeah,
was that surprisingly?
No, because he's a defensive-minded coach, and our defense
played well.
Yeah, they played well, and so they just completely cleared house on the offensive side of the ball.
Speaking of wiping the slate, cleaning the house on the offensive side of the ball, is Justin Fields going to come back?
I think so now, yeah. I think them firing all of the offensive coaching and everything is going to say, hey, Justin, this is a clean slate here. These guys are gone. Yeah, I think he's.
So that means a trade down. So okay. Well,
I don't think we go any farther down than 3. We won't give Arizona a chance to take Marvin Harrison. So
you think it'll be Drake May and Caleb Williams?
That's everything I've seen, everything I've read. It shows those 2 at the top, and everybody, New England and
where's Washington, by the way?
That's 2 and 3, right? Arizona's 4.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think 2 and 3 are Washington and New England, and they both need quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So,
well, I can understand that, and you can understand the Bears using that pick to try to grab in more picks. They need more offensive help. They need offensive line help,
and they got the number 9 pick also.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's
you get the generational talent like Marvin Harrison. It's bred for this.
That is that's a heck of a receiving core.
Oh yeah,
Harrison and Moore.
Yeah, you put those 2 together, and then you throw an offensive lineman in at 9, something like that, and that helps. I mean, that drastically helps, dramatically.
Okay, let's get to this weekend. Saturday, here's what it all looks like, folks. Here's the breakdown. Saturday, it's Cleveland at Houston inside. That'll be followed by the Miami at Kansas City outside in 0 to 5 degree weather, right?
And snow from what I've seen.
Oh gosh! And then Thursday, then on Sunday afternoon, first game it's Pittsburgh Buffalo. Then you go into I think the Rams of Detroit, Dallas, and Green Bay at night on Sunday, and then Philadelphia at Green Bay. What's the biggest blowout you see coming here?
The biggest blowout. Cleveland and Houston. I think Cleveland beats Houston. Houston's a young team, young quarterback. Cleveland has a great defense. Joe Flacco's been there before. I think Cleveland rolls Houston.
This chart, folks, this is where folks are betting as of today on Wednesday. You are in agreement with 78% of the world.
Great. Well, that ain't happening.
69% anyway. 78% of the money. 69% of the bets are on Cleveland, even at Houston.
Wow, look at the Rams +3. Wow.
How about the Chiefs? What surprised me, the one that jumps out at me is the Rams, 80% at +3.
Yeah,
doesn't that just jump out at you?
Yeah, it does.
Like I was going to ask you what jumps out, and it really surprises me. That as well as the Eagles getting 62% the way they're playing coming in.
Wow, let's see, that's 52% of the handle on the Packers.
That's surprising to me. The money on the Packers, even more so than the bets. And everybody thinks that's going to be a scoring festival. Look at the over there at 82%. And the under at 18 for that Packers. Anyway, let's talk games. Which one do you want to chat about first? Let's talk Miami and Kansas City first.
How about the over and under this game being? I think I saw 45.5 before I came in here. I think you had 44.5. If this game's happened regular season in Miami or good weather Kansas,
it's 55.
It's 55.
Yeah.
So they've dropped that 10 points because of this weather and the fact that it's a playoffs, typically a little lower scoring also.
You're looking at 5 degrees that in the afternoon, maybe 3 or 4 degrees at game time. Wind chill of minus 15. Correct. And it's Miami.
Yeah, in Miami coming in.
I've been watching have you been watching Miami on the Hard Knocks? Mm-hmm. They don't look comfortable in 50-degree weather, let alone 5-degree weather.
Yeah, they're in for something coming in, and the fact that KC got that home game was big for KC's playoff chances here.
They got the home game, and Miami is
nobody wants to go there and play in January.
Nobody
at Arrowhead. Is that what it's called now?
It's REQ or something like that. Some odd stadium name. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
No, you don't want to do that.
And we'll see. You'll see within 5 minutes after the start of the game that Miami probably doesn't want to be there. That leads us to where am I? I took the Chiefs.
You've got the under 43.5, and like I said, I think that numbers moved up a point. So I think I saw 44.5 on that.
If they'd let me, I could probably cancel that and pick up the better number.
And honestly,
or throw more on it.
You've got under 43.5, and then Weeze and I both have the Chiefs -4 versus the Dolphins. I think we're all in the same opinion. I don't think Miami's going to enjoy going in there and playing KC.
Pittsburgh and Buffalo seems like that's an odd game to me. In that, Pittsburgh scraped in. Now, granted, but they are a team that plays teams close every time. All the time, every time. The weather's going to be garbage up in Buffalo, and it's a 10-point spread. Is there a way they can keep Buffalo close?
Yeah, the problem that Buffalo's had all year long is they turn the ball over. Josh Allen throws interceptions. He does fumble. They do fumble as a team. And Pittsburgh is really, really good on defense. They look to turn people over. So they can keep that game close that way. Mason Rudolph's quarterback. That's the biggest question mark in this. Can he go out there and he play good enough? He's got great receivers.
Well, Najee Harris is going to get the ball over and over.
Najee Harris is going to get the ball. Jalen Ward's going to get the ball. The Deontay Johnson's going to get the ball. George Pickens is going to get the ball. They have weapons. Can Mason Rudolph get it to them?
And can they get enough turnovers to stop Buffalo?
Yeah. If Buffalo takes care of the ball and doesn't turn it over, I think they win that game.
What's your most fascinating game over there on the NFC side? What's the most interesting thing?
To me, I love the Rams-Detroit game.
Why so?
I think it's a great matchup. You got Stafford going back into Detroit. You got Jared Goff playing the Rams.
That's good, clean fun.
Script. The Rams have a very nice offense. Detroit's put up big numbers. They got there, and their run game's great. And they got Amon St. Brown.
St. Brown.
I think it's a great matchup. I think it's two solid teams that I think are going to put big numbers apiece.
What does Amon Ra mean? Like sun god or something?
Yeah, sun god. Amon Ra, St. Brown.
Yeah. I agree with you. And I'm surprised looking at this. I'm like you. I'm surprised looking at this that 80% of the people are on the Rams, or 80% of the money.
Yeah, it'd be a different story if that was a 3.5 or a 4. I could see them wanting to take that being a field goal game. But, man, that number's
not a key number.
No, it's not.
It's not terrifically attractive in either direction.
And you see they put that on other games. Packers 7.5, the Pittsburgh 10, Miami 4.5. They put that number out there, but not on that one they didn't.
No. And all the other ones are getting relatively similar play on Sunday. And even on Monday, the Eagles and Tampa Bay. Let's talk a little bit about the Eagles and Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Eagles got to go on the road, and they have played
terrible. Yeah,
the last 5 weeks.
Yeah, I think they're 2-3 of the last 5, 2-4 in the last 6.
And they've been getting drilled when they
they're
lost.
They lost to the Giants. Got drilled by the Giants. I know that's week 18, but still they wanted to try to win, and the Giants put it to them early.
That was the funny thing, listening to Philadelphia radio and stuff. They were screaming, the sky is falling. It's over. It's over in Philadelphia. They just can't. They couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it.
Well, I think Phil and AJ Brown, I know, was out the last game. He got hurt. Hopefully he'll be back. I hate to see teams play less than what they need. But.
This is a Monday night game, and it'll be all by itself, and no other games that day. I got to tell you, it's the worst looking game of the bunch.
I agree with you.
Because you got Tampa, and Tampa's not scoring lately. They're stopping people, but they are not scoring.
What are you talking about? The one last game of the year, big.
9-0?
9-0. Carolina. 3 field goals against Carolina.
Yeah.
So I agree. That's the ugliest game.
All right. What are our picks? What are our picks?
All right. We'll start with Weeze.
We had 4 picks apiece for the wild card weekend.
Yep. Weeze is taking the Steelers somewhere. He got that extra half point. He got 10.5.
He got it early.
Yeah,
that's what he did. He put these in like Monday morning. I saw him Monday morning.
Yeah, he's taking the Steelers plus 10.5 versus the Bills. I figure it's going to be a lower scoring game, and if they can turn over the Bills, that number looks pretty good. He's on the Browns Texans under 44.5. Texans are low scoring. Browns good defense. Good defense, exactly. He's on the Eagles -2 at the Bucks.
He got the 2. Huh?
On paper, theoretically,
he got the 2.
Philadelphia should be there, but yeah, he got the 2 early.
He doesn't.
And then he's got the Chiefs -4 versus the Dolphins that we just discussed earlier.
What am I? I've got the Chiefs.
Chiefs Dolphins under 43.5. Then you got the Browns -2.5 for the Texans.
I think the Browns sweep through Texans.
I agree with you. You've got Bucks +3 versus the Eagles.
I just don't think the Eagles are playing well at all right now.
Yep. And then you're on the big number. You're on the Packers +7.5 at the Cowboys.
Underdogs, and that's a key number. That half point meant a lot too.
Sure.
That half point against the Cowboys. That's why I took that one.
The only thing I got with that one is the Cowboys have played so well at home.
Yeah,
I mean that's not a big question mark on it.
Yeah, I understand.
Jamie, he's on the Lions -3 versus the Rams. He's going against what the world goes against, so that's probably a good
Jamie
bet.
does go against what the world goes against.
I didn't even see he had that bet. Shoot, I got the same one he did. And then he's got the Lions Rams over 51.5. I agree with Jamie on this one. I think this is going to be a shootout.
How many of these do you agree with Jamie on?
Well, so far 2. Hold on, maybe 3. I think all of them actually. And then he's got the Bills -10 versus the Steelers.
I don't know. I just can't do it that weather.
Number. That's a big
too
number.
Big.
Yeah.
It's too big.
And it's going to be a low-scoring game. It's going to be tough to get to that 10, I think. And then he's on the Chiefs -4 versus the Dolphins. And I do like them, too. And really, we don't have to talk about mine because they're all there. I'm taking the Rams Lions over 51.5. I'm going to take the Browns -2.5. I agree. I think they take care of the Texans. I'm got KC -4 versus Miami. I don't think Miami wants to come in there. And then I'm going to take the Dallas Green Bay over 50.5. I think.
See, now that's the thing. They score. They both score.
Yeah, I think they can both score.
They do both. They do both score. I did have, let's see, there, if you're wondering, folks, take a picture of the screen, see what bets you wish to make or wish to bet against. If you're like contrarian, you're fading, looking at all the red on my line going up, you might fade.
We went 6-3 last week on the NFL.
By the way,
on a strange week.
We have finished, go ahead and tell people
we have finished season totals.
Season totals. In the green, baby.
We're going to talk about me, you, and Weeze.
Me, you, and Weeze in the green.
Weeze and I both went 37-34 between college football and pros. Weeze got a handful of super dogs, so did I. Bruce went 36-33, 3 games over 500 also.
A bunch of super dogs.
But he had a bunch of super dogs in there, so you were definitely been positive. And then Jamie, unfortunately, was on 25-35. I'm going to have to give Jamie a little bit of leeway right there. He started a new job. He didn't get to put a lot of research into some of his picks. So
that usually works out better for Jamie.
Yeah, that's true. Give Jamie a little bit of a pass on this one. But next year, second year in the job, he can actually do some research.
Before we go off of the NFL, I want to put this one up there. If we're picking the Super Bowl right now, picking the Super Bowl champion, and we're doing odds here. We're picking the odds, and whether you like the odds or you don't like the odds. I mean, if we were doing a draft and you got these particular odds, what would be your number one pick?
The 49ers. Even at
plus 220?
Even at that number.
You could bet them 3 times in a row and make better than 220.
Yep.
Boy, that's I tell you, that's just crazy talk.
I think they were the favorite last year until all of their quarterbacks got hurt. And this year, they're there to take care of what they should have probably done last year. That and I've got them 10-1 on a preseason bet.
I got to tell you, I'm either on the Dallas Cowboys at 8-1 or Baltimore 3-1 like that.
Dallas has got to prove they can win to somebody on the road.
Yeah, but they have to only do that once.
Listen, Detroit's got the run game to make a statement, but again, somewhere along the line, they got to prove it.
I mean, Dallas is the 2, right?
Yeah, Dallas ended up with the 2, yeah.
Yeah, Dallas is the 2. So, I mean, and granted, folks, if you don't realize that the NFL does shuffle the seedings, if the 6 win, if the 3 win or the 4 wins, and the 4, 5, and 6 win or something like that, they will reseed that or however that works. I guess that can't happen like that, can it? Say the 7 wins, 7 would play Baltimore.
Right.
Yeah. And the 6 would play down in the other hole. So yeah, it's pretty good. I like this. I wish we had the other guys. I thought about this too late to have the other guys do a draft.
I don't know.
If I had to draft, say you started with San Francisco, I'm going to take Cowboys 2, Ravens 3, snake back to you for 2 picks.
Buffalo's got the offense to be there and a solid defense, and Detroit.
Okay, I'm going to go Chiefs and Browns.
Give me. I don't want to take Philly, but give me Philly. Give me Philly. Give me Philly and the Rams.
Oh, darn you! I was going to take the Rams.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, Packers are 75-1. I'm going to take the Packers at 75 and the Texans with C.J. Stroud.
I think you left me with Tampa Bay.
Left you with the Eagles too, didn't I?
No, I took it.
Oh, you took the Eagles.
I
Okay.
took
All
the
right.
Rams.
Oh, that's just good, clean fun. All right, folks, we'll be back. We're going to talk a little college basketball right now on Big Talk with Bruce Dickey. Well, actually, in about 2 minutes. Back in a second.
Hi, my name is Landon Carter, and I'm a financial consultant at Benjamin F. Edwards in Florida. Whether you're planning to send a loved one to school, preparing for retirement, or passing your wealth to the next generation, we have the knowledge and perspective to implement financial strategies that will help you move smoothly through life's transitions. Here at Edwards, our clients know that we are fully invested in their financial future. To find out more, call Duke and I invite you to give us a call at 618-508-8050. Benjamin F. Edwards, member SIPC.
When you want an honest deal and hometown service without the runaround, go to Lamont Chevrolet Chrysler in Fairfield. Let Gabe McGahey, Sheldon Bunning, Jeff Black, Dennis Downs, Matthew Rogers, or Caleb Dunn score the best deal for you on your next new or pre-owned vehicle. Parts and service departments with factory-trained technicians and express lane and state-of-the-art tire and alignment technology. Lamont's always inspects your battery, antifreeze, wipers, and tires for free. We want you prepared for the open road ahead. Open 24/7 at LaMonsOnline.com. You'll like the way we do business.
For service beyond the surface, call Carter Trucking in Fairfield. Carter's trucks are ready to haul your big freight and grain. So whatever you call Jeremy Carter, the Mucho Mulcho Man, the driveway doctor, the gravel guru, the pothole pirate, the rockin' redneck, the smooth operator, the mud hole master, or the happy hauler, just call him 842-2022 to haul your big freight, grain, and more with trucks from Carter Trucking, Williamson Drive in Fairfield.
Carson Auction Realty is pleased to offer a public auction 160 acres owned by the estate of Jimmy Vest, located in Wayne County, Illinois, southeast of Orchardville, near the Wayne and Marion County line. The auction is Thursday, January 25th at 11 a.m. at the Johnsonville Roten Building. This is a live in-person only auction offering outstanding farmland, hunting, and recreational acreage in 4 tracts. Go to our website, www.carsonauctionrealty.com for more details, or call our office at 618-662-4911.
Hey, folks, welcome back to Big Talk with Bruce Dickey here on Wabash Catch TV. Lucas Vaughan is here. This is our weekly Take the Points show, and we appreciate you tuning in. We haven't talked much about it to this point because we've been kind of enamored and full of football, college football, and then college football's over. We got to get ready for the new Big Ten and all that kind of stuff. At some point, we're going to have to do that in college basketball too, but college basketball kind of hitting its swing right now. Probably about halfway through the season.
Not too far off that.
I would think in most cases, maybe not quite halfway, but very close to halfway. Probably halfway through the regular season with the conference tournaments and stuff after that. The long-term and the long-term numbers do begin to matter a little bit. Like we show you, we showed you over the course of the NFL season the best ATS and worst ATS and that kind of thing. We can do that in college basketball. And look at number 3.
Illinois. I love it.
Southern Illinois. I spelled it wrong.
Yeah,
so your Southern Illinois Salukis, the third best college basketball team against the spread. How about those Minnesota Golden Gophers?
I hope you've been betting them all year long.
I haven't. I haven't. I've learned. I need to learn my lesson. Baylor covered Tuesday night. They were basically even all game long with BYU, and they ended up covering. You know what surprises me here, Lucas, is a team like Arizona that is always good. You would think that they would have already be caught up, that the Vegas would have caught up on spreads on where to put Arizona, but they're blowing by, covered by 6.5 points.
6.5 over that. So they're not yet. Arizona must have been. They thought they were going to be good. They must be way better than they thought they were going to be.
Arizona is a high quality team. High Point scoring a ton of points. I don't have I didn't print out the over unders, but High Point's on the overs. I'm just so proud of Southern Illinois doing that well. That's pretty good.
I don't think there was a lot of hype. I think they thought they were going to be down.
Well, it's the same way with Minnesota.
Right.
There weren't a lot of expectations.
Right, and so the point spreads are showing that the expectations were low, but they're playing way better basketball in there.
Who's not matching up to their ATS? How about Detroit? How about UTEP?
A lot of second-tier teams out there.
These aren't. There's nobody on here that's really was Middle Tennessee probably was expected to be better than that, but they're just not good. Old Dominion made the tournament last year. I'm guessing against the spread, if you're 3-11 against the spread, you're probably not going to make the tournament. The University of the Pacific named the number one pick. There you are. Attaboy.
The Candyman.
The Candyman. How'd you know that?
Didn't have much of a
I didn't even have to finish the question.
Yeah. I mean, he's the only guy from Pacific I know.
Only guy from Pacific. So there's the worst college. Is it too early, Lucas, to begin thinking how many teams are going to get into the tournament? Is it too early to begin jockeying for tournament spots and that kind of thing?
At the
NCAA tournament.
At the moment, yes, but now the early season where you get a lot of the non-conference games and you start playing teams to build your schedule and build every strength of schedule up, and that's over. Now you're in your conference. Sure, you don't want to lose games with Pacifics and whatever else, but you're going to play all these teams typically at least twice through your conference the way it goes.
Here's a look at where Joe Lenardi has.
He's got an early one out.
He's got he's got early brackets, and the brackets to me are useless right now. They make no sense. But the conference breakdown, I thought this was interesting that he has that many. Like from the Big 12, 8 out of the Big 12. Now, granted, the Big 12 has 14 teams this year, as Houston is now in, and as well as Houston and the other ones, Cincinnati and the new ones.
Surprised by the low number
Central Florida.
Big Ten. That kind of surprises me there.
I was kind of surprised by that too. And then you take a look at the Big Ten Conference. He probably doesn't see Minnesota getting in. Minnesota's at 12-3. But I would say that they're probably not on his list to get in. Wisconsin, he probably has getting in. The Illini, he's got the Wildcats. He's got Purdue. He probably doesn't have Nebraska. right now you can't imagine, you can't have the Michigan State, can you?
9-6. I wouldn't think so. Michigan, Ohio State 12.
How about Ohio State at 12-3? I mean, they have a big game on Wednesday night. They're playing they're playing Wisconsin Wednesday night at Ohio State. They need to win that one.
I love looking at Big Ten home records. It just shows how hard it is to win at home in the Big Ten.
Yeah,
it just everywhere but Michigan, I guess.
It's beautiful. You can take a look at this whole chart, and what is the one thing that stands out to me as just beautiful?
Michigan 3-4 at home.
Michigan at 3-4.
Yeah. Michigan
at 6-9.
Yeah.
That's a 1-3 in the conference. That's to me a beautiful thing.
The only team under 500 in the conference.
Wow. It won't be like that for long, because Penn State's playing Northwestern on Wednesday night too. That's going to be a tricky one for Penn State. Northwestern, what do you think about the 11-3 Cats?
Illinois beat them good, right? And then
Illinois is the only team to beat them good. They beat Purdue,
and they beat Purdue, right?
Yeah.
So,
for that matter, what do you think of the Nebraska Cornhuskers spanking Purdue on Tuesday night?
And I went and I looked at that. I was like, was this? Listen, they won, or they led almost the entire game. They had them down double figures, and they held them. So, I mean, great win.
Yeah, what's the kid's name? Namakai.
Yeah,
Namakai. Casey Nakamage or something like that. He hit 4 3-pointers at the end of the first half, and basically the Purdue was saying, "What do we got to do now?"
They held the big kid. My brain just froze up.
Edey.
They held him down pretty good too.
Yeah.
So
Nebraska's a fun team to watch. They're well coached. Fred is a good coach. He's Fred Hoiberg,
the mayor.
Yeah, the mayor of Iowa City, the mayor of Ames, actually, originally. Yeah, he's fun to watch. We showed the SEC looking at 8 teams. What are in the Big 12? Let's take a look at the SEC first. Auburn. Gosh, I hate Auburn also. There's a lot of teams I really dislike. Hate's a very strong word.
Auburn's really way up there.
Yeah, Auburn is really way up there. Kentucky, I don't mind Kentucky. Kentucky's freshmen. Have you watched Kentucky and their freshmen play very much lately?
I've watched a couple games of them. They're good. The Shepherd kid, I'm really impressed with the Shepherd kid. His basketball knowledge is high.
Is that the Shepherd? Is his son?
Yep.
The one that played there. Was his name Scotty Shepherd?
Is the boy's name Reed Shepherd?
Yeah, I think so. I can't remember.
Yeah, whatever it was. My brain's frozen up on it. But yeah, his basketball IQ is high. He may not be the most talented, but man, you watch him play on the floor and he makes things look easy.
The disappointing thing looking at this for me as an Illinois fan is I was kind of hoping that our Missouri win would be a little bit more impressive, and as the season goes on, it's not. It's getting less and less impressive every game.
Jerry Stackhouse still at Vanderbilt?
Yes. Yeah. Stackhouse
not doing good down there.
No, he's having a difficult time. Speaking of fun teams to watch, Tennessee, number 5. They're certainly one of the top 8. I'm surprised Georgia is up there. Georgia is they're surprising to me.
But we don't know what their non-conference. I mean, so South Carolina's 13-2. Ole Miss is 13-1. So I don't know what their non-conference schedule looked like.
Take a look at the Big 12. Kansas in second place, but they've just gotten started, of course. 13-1, and you've got Baylor and Texas Tech, and that's just a loaded conference, especially bringing in Houston.
That is a loaded conference. Yeah,
you bring in Houston and BYU for crying out loud.
It's just so strange seeing UCF on the list and Cincinnati on the list and BYU. That just doesn't look like the Big 12 conference.
Here's a question for that. How bad then were the West Virginia Mountaineers going to be at 5-10 now had they kept Huggy? Had they kept Bob Huggins? I mean, would they have been at this point 6-9, 8-7,
13-1?
14-1.
Bob Huggins makes that difference.
Possible.
Hey, he was a recruiter.
He was a good recruiter. He knew what he was doing. I I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm not sure Bob would have made a big difference if team 5 and 10.
Who is? We may as well burn the last 5 minutes here. Who is the most surprising college basketball team you have seen this year that has been fun to watch, fun to bet on?
Arizona. I guess looking at that and the way they're covering their point spread, I didn't think they were going to be as good as they are.
Yeah.
And I've watched them play a couple games, and they are really talented. They got some good players there. Gonzaga was one that we haven't talked about on this list that they've.
Well, when you're looking at Mountain West, is supposed to get 4. So.
Right. I thought Gonzaga was going to be really good, and they started out the year pretty high. They were good, but man, they've lost some games lately, and
they've lost in conference to teams that you didn't expect them to lose to.
Right, and they're not looking as in the past. They were run through the whole conference. They were unbeatable. They're not that way this year.
Is Zach Edey going to win the Player of the Year?
Man, it's hard to win it back-to-back years.
Oh, it's terrific.
I mean, it's hard to do that. I'm going to say no just because it's so hard. Nothing against him. No, that makes sense. And then you've got the own. We're not going to talk about it because we don't know anything about. We don't know enough about it to talk intelligently about it. I do have people. I must tell you, I have people coming up to me on the street every day. I had phone calls today asking me what I thought about the Terrence Shannon situation and what I thought was going to happen. I can tell you that there is a court date Friday afternoon where Terrence Shannon is suing the school to get put back on the team. That's all I can tell you. I am not going to go into the he said, she said part of it because it's not going to help. It wouldn't help either of us anyway. Nope.
In any way.
We can agree that he is a talented difference maker on the floor. But he's going to have to be, they're going to have to figure it out.
Would he have, speaking on the floor only, Illinois still in the top 10, or top 10, they're number 10 in the country. You add a player like that back to the team after a 3 weeks away for terrifically awful distractions.
Right.
What difference does that make coming back? I mean, it'd probably take him a little while to get back in the swing of things.
Is he not allowed around the team? He's not in the complex at all?
Suspended from team activities.
Okay. Then yes, right now, what Illinois has to do is not worry about what Terrence Shannon's had. And so for the last couple of weeks, they're not, he's not a pariah, but they've got to focus on them.
Yeah.
They've got to win basketball games.
And that's that's the cool thing. That's what Brad Underwood's been doing. They've been basically, and they're playing pretty doggone good without him.
Yep. They put Luke Goody in the lineup. Terrence Shannon was scoring 21.6 points a game. He's not the scorer, Shannon, and not many people are.
But it's also kind of kicked. Thank goodness Marcus Damask decided to come to Illinois out of SIU.
Where do you see that coming from?
Where would Illinois be this year without a kid like Marcus Damask?
He's playing
they'd have lost
basketball.
They'd have lost to Florida Atlantic probably. They would have. They wouldn't have scored 95 against Northwestern.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just it's a shame, but something that keep an eye on over the course of the next few weeks. I understand that the girls basketball team at Fairfield Junior High is doing pretty good.
Yeah, but the Fairfield girls team, I believe they're 24-4. They're playing for the regional championship. Well, actually, they played last night, Thursday night against Wayne City. They've got a really good team. A bunch of 8th grade girls that have played together for years, and they have a chance to go to state and do a good job.
He's not saying anything. His daughter Grayson's playing on the team.
Yeah, I'm proud of her.
Good luck, Grayson. Good luck to the rest of the what do they call them? Lady Colts?
I don't like that. They're the Colts. It doesn't have to be a lady Colt. They're Fairfield Colts. It doesn't matter if it's a boy
Lady Colts are Phillies.
They're not the Phillies.
Have a great weekend, folks. We'll see y'all next time.